Welcome to another ICP update. So before I talk about the ended wave count, I actually want to talk about something more important, which is Bitcoin dominance. So as you can see, Bitcoin dominance just put in a new cycle high again, and in my opinion, it still has not plopped and it's still going to dull to at least like 60% and test the 0.618 extension. Now, if we look at the VTRSI, we are almost overbought, and if we do go overbought, it's going to be very difficult to tell what would happen after that, because once we get overbought, we could always start dropping, because by the time we will get to the overbought territory, we will also get to the 0.618 extension. So, there's a lot of resistance there, and that's where Bitcoin dominance should top, in my opinion. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Now, like I said, Bitcoin dominance just went to about 59.20%, which is another cycle high. And like I said, there is a chance that we top this month and we go down in November, which means that there is a chance that ICP will get a pump in November. Now, why am I saying that? Well, if you look at what happened in the previous 2 years on the Bitcoin dominance chart, as you can see, after we pumped in October in 2023, we had a correction in November and in December. And of course, you could say that this was not a halving year. But even so, let's check out what happened in 2022. In 2022, we also dropped in November, and then we went up in December. And what happened in 2021? In 2021, we dropped in November and in December. That's what we knew with 2020. In 2020, after going up in September and October, we went down in November. And this was a halving year, so it's a lot better to compare what happened here to what's happening right now rather than what happened in these years. But still, as you can see, Bitcoin dominance usually goes down in November. And if we are copying what we did in 2020, there is a chance that we get a huge correction in November and we dropped like 53% or so, and then maybe we start bouncing in December and we get another cycle high after that as well, which could put us at like 63% or so. Now, that's not my ideal scenario because these cycles not really look the same, and as you can see, this cycle we have only gone up, and in the previous cycle we did not do that, so they don't have to play out the exact same, but if they do, in my opinion, we should at least get some kind of correction in November, and then we'll have to wait to see what happens in December. But let's continue, let's see what happened in 2019. As you can see, in 2019, we also went down in November. And what happened in 2018, you might wonder? Well, in 2018, we closed a green wick, but as you can see, it also dropped here. And let's hit you with 2017. In 2017, as you can see, we dropped quite a lot. We dropped from about 68% to about 49%. And then the following month, we dropped even more than that. And, let's continue with 2016. In 2016, which was a halving year, we went up in September and October, just like we did in this cycle. And then we dropped in November and December. So what do I think is going to happen next? Well, I think it's very likely that Bitcoin dominance goes down in November. And what happens after that is very unclear, but one thing I know for certain is that we will go down on the Bitcoin dominance chart in November. And also, if you look at the monthly chart, if you look at the RSI, it's almost overbought, and it was never overbought on the monthly chart. So once we get there, I think there's a high chance that we just stop there and then we get the outvoice season. And, it could start way earlier than it did in the previous cycle, just because in this cycle we got to the 0.618 extension way earlier than the previous cycles. So, and like I said, we do not have to copy what we did over here. Now let's continue with the ICP chart. As you can see, ICP is still going sideways right now, which is to be expected. But ICP is actually holding up and up better than some other altcoins. Of course, ICP is still going sideways, but that's to be expected. Bitcoin dominance is going up, so ICP can't really go up as well. But even so, if you look at other altcoins like Cardano, for example, Cardano is really suffering against Bitcoin right now. And as you can see, it's really trying to hold support levels, but it's kind of difficult to do that right now. And ICP is looking a lot more stronger just because it's actually above support levels and just because it's currently testing the bull market support band. And even though Bitcoin dominance is at new highs, ICP is still in this triangle pattern, and it has not fallen below it, and it actually reacted to the trend line 4 times already, which is very, very good. And this usually means that after we get some kind of 5-wave move, and if we get some kind of 5-wave move, then we should break above the triangle and we should get lower target region right here for the C wave of this AB structure, and that is at about $13.79, which is the 200% extension of this AB structure. And I've already talked about this multiple times, but if you did not watch my previous videos, then I'm gonna explain it again for you. So after getting this low in the main second wave move down, which by the way is the main second wave move of this 1-2 setup right here, we formed a first wave move to the upside, and the first wave right here was only in 3 waves, as you can see. We did not get 5 waves, and it actually got rejected by the bull market support band. And then we had a direction in the second wave move down, which respected the trend line, and it did not invalidate the 1-2 setup. Now, if you look at the other altcoins, now, not all of the altcoins, but most of the altcoins actually got another low in the second wave move down right here. ICP was one of the only altcoins to actually hold this 1-2 setup, which is very bullish, because after it bounced off the trend line, it formed another ABC structure to form a first wave move to the outside, and this is the first wave of this 1-2 setup right here. And after the first wave, we formed the second wave move down, which held support levels. I believe we went to about the 0.786 support level. And we also tested the trend line, and as you can see, we reacted to it again in this second wave as well. And then after that, we formed another 3-wave move to the upside, which is this 3-wave move, or ABC structure, whatever you want to call it. And this formed an A wave of a third wave of this 1-2 setup. And right now we are still in a B wave of that ABC structure for the third wave right here. And the B wave looks kind of messy, but it is holding support levels, so theoretically you could say that it's looking fine. Now, like I said, the B wave low could be in, but if it's not, then, you know, if we get another low, it's not going to be good because we would drop below the trend line. And yeah, I mean, we've tested it 4 times already. I don't know why we would need to test it for a 5th time. And if we test it for a 5th time and we got below it, there's going to be a big chance that we get another low in the B wave, which would not be the end of the world. But if we do not manage to hold the 0.786 support level right here, it's going to be very likely that we invalidate the AB structure and we get another move down in the second wave right here. And if we do that, we will also get another second wave move down right here. And we will invalidate this 1-2 setup, and if we do that, we might as well get another low in this move down as well. And yeah, that's not really the best thing right now. And the best case scenario would be for ICP to continue going sideways or try to get some kind of 5-wave move to the upside. Now, I was talking about the C wave to the upside right here. As you can see, I have these 5 waves on the chart right now, and for these 5 waves, we only have 2 waves so far. And we are trying to get a third wave. As you can see, the price is reacting to the support zone I gave you. We did bounce off the 0.618 support level, but we did not quite get to the 200% extension of this 1-2 setup in the third wave, which is at about 9,037 cents. So to confirm that a third wave is already in, we need to get to that level, and then we need a 4th wave move down right here, and then a 5th wave move up. And once we get these 5 waves, that will complete a first wave move of this main third wave move to the upside, which again is the third wave of this green 1-2 setup. And once we get that first wave move, then we will need an ABC structure, and then the third wave, or the C wave of this third wave right here, needs to get to $13.79 to complete the C wave, and the third wave right here, the green wave. And also, I was talking about these 5 waves right here. Once they get these 5 waves, I will be able to confirm that the B wave low is in and that the C wave has started. And if we do get my C wave targets, then after that we should get a 4th wave move down and then a 5th wave move up. And once we get these 5 waves, that will complete this third wave move to the upside. And I don't know where the target zone for this third wave went. Let me actually put it on the chart again. There you go. Okay, so this third wave right here should get to at least the 200% extension of this 1-2 setup, and that is at $16.135. Then once we do that, we will need a 4th wave move down, which is this 4th wave move down. and then a fifth wave move up, and the fifth wave move up did put us at about $20 or so, and once they get these 5 waves, I would finally be able to confirm that the main second wave move down is in, and that we are actually heading in a third wave move to the upside, or a C wave, whatever we want to call it, of this 1-2 setup. And that could start very, very soon because, like I said, Bitcoin dominance is close to topping, so we could get that very, very soon. And like I said, these 5 waves that I was talking about earlier would only be the first wave of this main third wave move to the upside, which is expected to have like 3 or maybe 5 waves, depends on what ICP wants to do. And the third wave, like I said many times, should get to at least about $87 or so, but it could get to $138 in a more bullish scenario. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, check out our memberships and our Patreon. If you want access to all of our charts, and if you want to support the channel, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.